Hi there. This is Proud Melanated Queen, and I am so glad that you stopped by my channel today. Today is a good day. Whenever I can wake up in the morning to a brand new day, a brand new opportunity to do things in a different way today, it's a good day because I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm well, and I'm strong. It's a good day. And I usually start my days off with prayer and meditation time. And it seems like when I do that, my day seems to go a whole lot better. And I can tackle whatever comes my way. So after my devotion, the word fear came to my mind. And it came to my mind so strongly. So I decided to talk about the word fear in my video today. When I was a little girl, I used to love watching scary movies. And I don't know why on earth I liked watching those scary movies, but I did. But one thing about me is that I never wanted to watch those scary movies alone. Someone had to be watching those movies with me, whether it was my mother or another relative. They had to be in that living room where that TV was located, watching those scary movies with me. Whether they were sitting on the sofa with me, which is where I liked sitting the most when watching those scary movies, or they would have to be sitting in a chair or a love seat, as long as they were in close proximity to me. And I'd have my food to munch on and my Kool-Aid or soda pops to drink, and I'd be munching and drinking all through those scary movies. And in those movies, there was always several instances where there was an element of mystery and suspense. And the characters in the movie were filled with fear, and they would scream or yell or cry. And the music, the music would get louder and louder and louder, so much so that I would be filled with fear myself, and I would be so afraid that I would shiver or I would scream or I would cover my face with my hands. And I always had a blanket a lot of times when watching those scary movies. And a lot of times in those movie moments when it was full of fear, I would cover my whole entire face with that blanket. And then when the music got calm again and things seemed to calm down in that movie, I would often say to that relative that was in the room with me, "What happened? What happened?" And a lot of times they would respond by saying, "You would know what was happening if you would stop covering your face with your hands or stop covering your head with that blanket," and so on and so forth. And a lot of times I would respond by chuckling instead of giving them a verbal response. And that cycle would continue over and over and over again whenever I watched a scary movie. Suffice it to say, I no longer watch scary movies, but I have experienced fear in my adult life. I've been afraid of spiders. I've been afraid of bugs, afraid of heights, afraid of speaking in front of a crowd, and the list goes on and on. But when I think about today, a lot of people are full of fear. They're afraid of what's going on in the world today. They're afraid of how are things going to turn out. They're afraid that what's going on now is the new normal. And the list goes on and on with that too. And I think about the fear that I've experienced in my life, that sometimes that fear caused me to miss out on very important opportunities in my life. Opportunities to maybe take a wonderful trip to a place I always wanted to take. Because of fear, I didn't do that. Or fear of applying for a certain job because I was afraid I wouldn't get it. Or vying for a promotion that I felt that I wasn't qualified to get. And fear kept me from achieving those things. So the best way I would say to you in response to those fear moments in your life where you're full of fear, instead of covering your face with your hands or covering your head with your blanket to deal with that fear, because that doesn't help because you still continue to be fearful as you're watching those scary movies. The best way to tackle fear is to take on a fearless attitude instead of being timid and afraid. Take on a fearless attitude. And when you have a fearless attitude, then you can tackle whatever scary moments may come in your life. And you can also seem to be able to gravitate toward more people that have that same type of fearless attitude. They'll gravitate towards you. You won't even have to look for them, they'll find you. So instead of trying to deal with those fearful moments like I did as a child, I deal with it differently now. I take on a more fearless attitude because you know when you're full of a lot of fear, that fear, those more moments where you're afraid are going to come your way. But if you have that fearless attitude, then less things will happen in your life that will cause you a lot of fear. And even if fearful moments do come, you can deal with them in a mighty way because you have that fearless, that absolutely fearless attitude. And I hope that what I shared with you today was of a benefit to you as it was to me when I was going through those fearful moments in my life. And if this resonated with you and if it was a benefit to you, please like this video, please subscribe, and by all means, please share. This is Proud Melanated Queen saying goodbye and have a good day.